This episode of We Like Shooting Double Tap is brought to you by Black Rhino Concealment, Rubber Dummies, Polymerating, Neomag, and Bowers Group.
Getting their money's worth tonight. Welcome to We Like Shooting Double Tap, episode 128, where we answer questions, ask a few of our own, and touch base on gun industry news. Our panel tonight is the owner of River's Edge Tactical, Jeremy Posterick. We got the Machine Gun Moses, Aaron Krieger, our very own Nick Lynch. My name is Sean Heron, and I want to welcome you to the show.
I would have left that in there, but it's just been like 3 shows that are in there.
I didn't even see what it was. I just saw typing, and I was like, I'm skipping it all anyway. I don't care what is there.
Yeah, it was Pennywise again.
Yeah, I don't care. Jeremy, I was mentioning before the show that you were just on This Week in Guns. How'd that go for you?
Pretty cool, I guess.
So
it's like the Fudcast.
So before the show,
Okay, Boomer.
Before the show, because I had 3 Marines on. I had Tony Simon from Simon Says Train, 2 A's for everybody. I had Zane Mangillo from Gun and Gear Review Podcast, and I had Jeremy. They're all Marines. It was all Marine. I was like, this is a fantastic idea. I knew what I was getting into.
So it was like that meme with the small woman on the couch and then the big dudes behind her?
Basically.
But it was like a bunch of Marines up behind the couch with you on it?
No.
Did they try to wrestle each other naked?
Before the show.
The most homoerotic episode ever.
Before the show, I was like, hey, guys, I don't care, but this show, there's no cussing. And I said it like 30 seconds before the show started. And Jeremy, at the end of the show, what did you tell me?
I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot there was no cussing on this show.
Well, you said no cussing, and it's like, can you really make it through a conversation with no cussing?
Well,
yes.
I do it every single week.
Dude, I have a hard time not doing it to like an 80-year-old woman.
Or maybe, whoa, that's gross.
What about Alice?
Use lubrication.
Whoa. All right, too far.
So here's my one beef with this whole conversation.
Okay.
I hate the word cussing. I don't know why. I prefer swear.
What about cursing?
Cursing is okay too, but cussing
what about
just
profaning?
Seems so, I don't know. I just don't like cussing. I like swearing, cursing.
For curse. It's like, I want your little cuss. Get out of here.
Yeah, I just don't know. It's just not my thing. I like, again, swearing, cursing. I'm okay with that.
Yankee.
Let's talk real quick about Black Rhino Concealment. So I just got a package in the mail. It had a new holster for the Hellfire. Or I'm sorry, the Hellcat.
Ooh.
Springfield Hellcat.
The Heck Cat?
But also, like, we've got all
no
these.
No profanity, sir.
No, that's the P365.
Oh, then why did you touch this one when you said the Hellcat?
Because it's identical to that one. Yeah.
I feel really lied to right now.
No. The Hellcat's in there, and it's in the holster, but it's not in here right now. But they've actually started printing on holsters. So now you can have designs printed on them. This is the Colt logo.
They're beautiful.
The WLS Colt. They actually are. They're freaking awesome. And he also sent me some business cards that are literally Kydex cut business cards that have printing on them. And those are amazing. So whether it's a wallet or a holster or anything else, go to blackrhinoconcealment.com. Use coupon code WLSMOFO. It gets you 10% off all day, every day. And let's go ahead and get into the show. All right, so this is Would You Rather. It's where Aaron presents us with a couple different options. We thoughtfully consider them and choose one, and Jeremy just says something completely contrary. And Aaron, what do you have for us tonight?
The PP-19 Bison versus the UMP-9.
The PP-19, is it Bison or Bison? I think
it's Bison.
I thought it was Bison.
It could be Bison. There was no enunciation for it listed so I just said Bison.
Oh, okay. I know where you got this.
Well, we were just – actually, there's 2 places I got that. We were just talking about this the other day.
Yeah, on Reddit. We saw –
But it's also available in Call of Duty.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's a submachine gun basically that has a hexagonal or
helical or helical?
Helical.
Helical magazine.
like
Yes.
the Calico.
Yeah, and it looks like almost like an AK frame on the thing.
That's because it is.
Okay, well there you go. And
It is a stamped AK receiver. This one's in 9x18. The one that the guy's making on Reddit is 9x18, but he said 9x19 coming soon.
And then there versus the H&K UMP9. So do you like the HK slap versus just ungodly amounts of ammo?
Oh, that's a good one. Jeremy, what do you think?
Hold on. I'm trying to come up with a different answer.
Okay, so I'm going to Jeremy first from now on.
No, because I looked at those two and I went, okay, the obvious choice is an MP5, but that's also H&K. So then I was going to look for like a really really obscure, like, I don't know, FN or something, and come up with that. And then I was like, no, even some of their stuff's kind of dumb. And then because I hate the P90, and then so I was looking through like a whole list of other like submachine gun type of things, and I didn't find anything fast enough.
So I like the PP19, but I don't know. Like I'm familiar
Obviously,
with.
It's a UMP 45 because 9mm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm familiar with the
Okay, fud.
controls on the UMP9. I'm familiar with that. It's pretty standard across the board. While I think the getting used to slapping that magazine in and out on the PP19 would take some time. So I would go with the H&K.
All right, Nick.
I think I would go the other way. The HK is probably a better made gun. I have never handled or shot either of these. I know the UMP was intended to be like an updated version of the MP5. I think they took away the rollers, so I think it's direct blowback instead of roller delayed. I could be wrong on that. But that helical magazine is just so cool. Like, it's huge, it's bulky. I know helical magazines and a lot of guns have a reputation for kind of sucking. But it's just such an interesting design that choosing between the two, I think I'd have to go that way just because that magazine is so interesting.
Yeah, me too. I'm going with the PP19 Bison because here's why. Because the son of Kalashnikov and the son of Dragunov were the creators and members of the design team. Helical magazines, I want a Calico so bad I can taste it.
What's it taste like?
It
tastes like a penny?
It tastes like Desire. It's a
Does
little
it
bit
taste like
coppery.
blood?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Like a hole?
Yeah. And I don't know. It looks cool. I don't know. I think I would choose that. Aaron, how about you?
I already did. And I also had a question. They say holes taste like pennies. Sean, can you confirm?
No, they don't.
Okay. Yeah, I picked the HK.
All right.
And then Nick said, I'll go the opposite direction.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought that was Jeremy.
Well, Jeremy said he wants the HK 45.
The
UMP 45.
Oh, yeah. And the Bison actually has 50 to 100 rounds faster fire rate. 600 for the UMP and 650 to 700 for the Bison.
I mean, the mag capacity on those, though.
What
It's
is
amazing.
Yeah, what is it? It's,
53 rounds in 9x19.
oh, yeah. It's so good.
380 is 64.
Wait, there's
Bison all day.
Wait, there's a 380 version?
The Bison 2-02.
Wow. Today I learned.
Yep. 9x17.
Yeah, I knew they came in 9x18 and 9x19, but I didn't realize 380.
And there's one in 7.62 Tokarev. That's the one
That's
I want.
awesome. Yeah. All the penetration.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts, actually.
I mean, yeah, the helical magazine thing's cool on those. Again, it's can you make it run right?
Yeah. If anyone can, it's the son of Dragunov and Kalashnikov.
It'll work. Hits with shovel. It's worked fine. Even the weirdo P90 mags, like though, I like that you're thinking. You know what I mean? Like it's not just a stick mag or a box mag you throw in the bottom of the gun.
Yeah. What the
You're welcome, and thanks for the tip.
All right. So
Is that Tony Simon?
yes,
I don't know.
in drag.
God, I hope it wasn't me.
So North Korea. In North Korea, they actually have some AKs that I think are chambered in 7.62 by 39 that use helical magazines. No idea if they work or not because North Korea, but it's a cool idea.
Somebody in a Facebook page we were on. Somebody in a Facebook page we're in was like talking about like real secretive about like, oh, we got this thing and like, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. And we're like, what the is it? Like, put the Gunbroker link up, and it was a North Korean made AK, which are like stupid rare because you don't get them out of the country very often, and like there's not a lot of them. And I'm like, all right, that's cool and all, but like it's literally the biggest piece of AK ever made. Like North Korean AKs are known to be the worst AKs ever made. Nobody cares.
Yeah. So Neomag, Nick, we just got in the Sentry straps.
Finally, is it version 2?
I don't know. Is there a version 2?
They were talking about it at the.
Hey. So what is it, Nick?
Ooh, it's a. Oh wait, I was grabbing the wrong end. It's a strap. That's what she said. I was grabbing the wrong end. Anyway, so it's got this strappy bit here that is a little bit elastic. It's got some Velcro on either end. It goes around your handguard, or what I would like to try to attempt, and I haven't seen anybody do yet, is the buttstock. Yeah, maybe. We'll play around with it. Maybe put it in some different positions and locations.
Yeah, depending on the buttstock, that's totally possible.
And then
there's 69 positions in a one night stand. Positions in a Sentry strap.
Get off.
Many. And then it's also got this elasticy strap that goes over the top that has a magnet in it. So you wrap the portion with the Velcro around the forend or stock or whatever on the gun. You fold your sling up against the side of the gun and then throw this portion with the magnet over the top. It keeps everything nice and tight there, so you're not going to snag on anything like getting in and out of a vehicle, running around, putting it in a bag, whatever.
But what if I want to deploy it quick?
Then you just grab the sling and you yank it over your head because he's got a lot of videos on Instagram that are really cool, and he does it very fluidly. I'm pretty impressed, actually. And that little magnet lets go and lets your sling deploy so that you can put it over your body.
Very true. That's what's up. That is theneomag.com. Coupon code WLS10 saves you 10% off. That is the Sentry strap, and it is time to answer questions.
Burn when you pee? Unsure about your relationship? Why can't you use 45 in a 9mm? Get your questions answered on #DearWLS. Visit WeLikeShooting.com/DearWLS to submit your question.
All right. Aaron, why don't you start us off with the first one?
All right, first one comes from K-Dubs, and it goes, "Heyo! First off, love the show. I'm a longtime listener and always excited to see new episodes on Stitcher. Quick question. How do you guys feel about the Yankee Marshal? I'll admit he's dramatic and needlessly controversial. With that said, I can't not watch his videos. The Gary the Glock and Werewolf cracks me up. Maybe I'm a simpleton. Okay, I am. Anyways, would you guys consider him as a guest? Thanks."
Didn't we have Yankee Marshall on?
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Oh, yeah. Episode 22. WLS 022, Not So Slim Shady. Let's see. Aaron, how do you feel about the Yankee Marshal?
I've met him in person. He seems like a nice guy. But I have never watched any of his videos. So I can't speak to that.
Jeremy?
Is he even there, Sean?
Oh, my bad. He left. Hey, Jeremy.
I was like, I accidentally clicked out of the fucking StreamYard thing.
I was looking for which episode he was on.
Who?
Yankee Marshall.
Who?
All right. Nick?
I've watched a lot of Yankee Marshall videos. I haven't watched much recently. I think there's a lot of drama there, and I just kind of try to not get into it, I guess.
Yeah.
He's like the Twitter of YouTube, apparently.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, we've met him in person. Like until recently, we've seen him at every SHOT Show. Always hang out with him for a few minutes in the media room and just say like, "Hey." He was on the show. I know he was. Honestly, a lot of times he would comment on our live videos and stuff like that. I haven't seen it recently. I watched some of his videos previously. I think that recently, like honestly, he's kind of like outrage has become the product that he talks about and sells, and there's been a whole lot of drama, and I'm not interested in drama whatsoever, and that's kind of it. I know a lot of people can't stand him. But I try to judge people not based on what their online personas are, because if that was the case, Aaron and I wouldn't be friends.
For reals.
It's like what is the real person behind it, and he's always been super nice to me in person, and we've always just kind of sat around and joked and done all that stuff. Now I will say, like all the drama and like I can't fucking stand it. Like the second people start getting crazy, drama ridden, I will not watch it. I don't care if they think they're right. I don't care anything else. I don't watch his videos anymore. The drama turns me off, and I don't care. He's gone after some people that I actually like and respect a lot. But yeah, he's always been nice to me in person. I don't watch his videos, but that's just me.
Most people are nice to me in person.
Pretty much everyone except us are.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys
it
are
comes
a lot
from the heart,
nicer
man.
in person than you are on the show.
Well, you're not such a in real life either, so what can we say?
Wait, what? Are you sure? Morpheus said he's more lefty than Aaron and 80 times more annoying.
So that makes him 800 times more annoying than me.
Says I like Jeremy's answer. Who? Says that he's a drama queen. The fish says Aaron's the fucking worst.
I miss the fish.
But yeah, I mean, would we have him on the show? Yes. But I don't. I want to talk about like shooting guns and shit like that. I don't want to talk about drama and whoever is mad at who this week. Like I just don't fucking care about that. I don't want anything to do with it, and it's boring.
But on the flip side, I still do love Drama Johnny. That cracked me up.
Yeah, but his drama is less like dramatic and more roasting.
Yeah.
His drama is fun and entertaining. Other people's drama,
fun.
yeah, there we go. Other people's drama is cruel and mean.
Yeah. Morpheus says didn't think about this, but like Sean said, I stopped watching him and Strange after the drama, and I got to say the drama turned me off of the same thing.
I don't even know what the drama was, so I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
We don't need to go into it.
It has to do with a T-shirt company that, like, go yourself, by the way, T-shirt company.
That was the name of the company?
No.
Okay, because that's really a weird name.
I'm not even going to dignify them with a response.
Somebody grab that domain. The Go Yourself T-shirt company.
Wait, that's a great domain.
Yeah, it is.
All right, Nick, take the next question.
Okay. Oh, God, where's my mouse? I got to find my cursor. Got to scroll. Everything's happening, and I don't know why. Josh A. says, I've been listening for about 1.5 years now, but this is my first question submitted. I'm going to be building my first AR soon, and I'm tossing around the idea of a 450 Bushmaster pistol. I'm certainly one of the poors, looking to get a master's and a baby due November 10, so I don't have tons of money to put into this build. Also, congratulations on your baby. It's the 13th now.
Aw.
So I don't have tons of money to put into this build.
Wait, did he get a master's degree today, too?
No, he said he's working on a master's.
Can you hand me the whiskey, please?
Oh, my God.
I had a long day.
I was curious.
Bi-curious?
Aaron, not bi-curious.
Well, how do you know I was going to say that?
As to how well the 450 Bushmaster performs in a 10.5-inch barrel. Jeremy, before you ask what the use case is, I'll be using it for short-range deer hunting, less than 100 yards, mostly in thick brush of East Tennessee, and for a range toy. I will occasionally use it from a box blind, and I'm concerned about the report in an enclosed space. Like I said,
Should be.
I'm one of the poors, so I can't afford a suppressor. Would a linear comp help with this? Also, last question. Do any of you have experience with Bear Creek Arsenal stuff? Is it inexpensive? It is inexpensive, but I don't know about quality. Keep in mind, I'm one of the poors. Super poor. Love the show. Sorry for the long question. P.S. Savage. So, on Bear Creek Arsenal, absolutely not. Bear Creek Arsenal is the only barrel manufacturer that I've had multiples come to me where the barrel extension was actually loose. So the barrel like wobbled back and forth. Yeah, I don't think it's worth trying to save a couple bucks.
Wait, the barrel?
Yes, the barrel extension was loose.
What
the on both of them, they'd been assembled in uppers, right? And the index pin is there.
Yeah.
And it keeps the barrel extension stationary, but you could like grab the barrel and twist it back and forth like this.
All you gotta do is just weld it on there. You'll be fine.
Wait,
Oh, yeah.
Are they still open? I thought they got raided by ice.
As far as I'm aware, they're still open.
All right.
It's pretty cold out, so
I've knocked a barrel extension loose with a suppressed SBR.
Was it a Bear Creek Arsenal barrel?
No, it was actually a Des barrel, and the thing was recoiling so violently that when we disassembled it to put a new gas tube in it to one of the curly, because it was a 7.5-inch barrel with a can, and it was just. Boom, we're like, Jesus Christ! And after a couple hundred rounds of that.
So what about the 10.5-inch barrel at 100 yards, Jeremy? What do you think?
So my problem with accuracy is not going to be really there.
For sub 100 yards, though?
So here's the problem with a 10.5-inch barrel on a hunting round. Those rounds are designed to expand at a velocity with which they impact the target. You are not going to be getting an awful lot of velocity out of a
450 Bushmaster in general.
You're not going to build pressure, which means that the velocity might not allow the bullet to open up like it was designed to, which could cause you issues with lethality of your hunting rifle.
Yeah, so it looks like 450 Bushmaster is going to be about 1,700 feet per second out of a 10.5-inch barrel. And depending on which bullet you're using, for example, the FTX bullet, that was designed for lever action, so it's going to expand well under 2,000 feet per second. So, yeah, what Jeremy's saying is right, but yeah, like 450 Bushmaster.
I'm not saying it's not doable. I'm saying be careful.
Yeah, 450 Bushmaster, 458 SOCOM, like 10.5-inch barrel, yes.
Yeah.
What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, sub 100 yards, it really doesn't take that much.
Yeah.
I would do it.
And it's a big pill moving fast. It's going to that brush up. Let's see. And didn't we just order? Faxon actually has a 10.5-inch.
That's 458.
Oh, 458.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
458 SOCOM. But and the linear comp will certainly be better than like a 3-port brake or something like that. But it's still gonna suck. It's still gonna suck a lot.
Oh gosh.
Comments tonight are on fire.
It's gonna big fat donkey.
Nick L said, "Isn't today the anniversary of 171?" And I had to actually go look. The 14th. So tomorrow.
So tomorrow, Sean and I are going to get really f***ed up, but we're not going to post any videos or photos or anything like that.
I've been ringing since 5.
Yeah.
It's been a long day. I had a bad day. It's crazy. I actually did have a really bad day.
Oh, well, sorry to hear that.
I've been working on a bathroom most of the day.
Yeah.
You should tell us about it after the show, Sean. After the show.
Well, so what had happened was...
Anyway, Jeremy, you haven't read a question yet,
Yeah,
right?
Jeremy, go ahead and read the question.
I like the fish. What he had. So the fish is just like hitting us all tonight. When Jeremy used to try to close, he made women recoil violently.
He still does.
Yeah, Morpheus W. Catch you guys next time on an indoor bike, and I'll be just the last thing I see is Aaron's face.
We'll answer that question next. The fish said twist rates are usually not fast enough on the short 450 BM barrels also. That's a good point, depending on twist, yeah.
My BM barrel just shoots it out like a shotgun.
Your BM barrel spackles it and you don't even need to wipe.
Like a super soaker.
Right.
I shot a sporterized, what's the little shorty Nagant? The M44?
Yeah, M44 has the bayonet, and then the M38 does not have the bayonet.
Well, this is a sporterized, so it could have been either. Or it could have been just a cut down 9130 for all I know.
Yeah.
And because it looked like the front sight was like soldered on. This old man brought it in to like test fire it on the range. And he's like, I just want to see where it's hitting so I know where to aim when I go deer hunting. And I'm like, all right. So I shoot this thing, and no out of like 6 shots that I took, 1 keyholed. And I'm like,
nice.
All right. This is fun.
He's going to tenderize the meat as it goes through.
Right.
That's awesome. Jeremy, take the next question.
Michael D. Michael Dick.
Yes.
Michael Dick says, I'm getting ready to buy a Swamp Fox Kingslayer for my Polymer 80 PF940CL. I use a Vortex Venom on my Glock 40 MOS. Should I get the red dot or circle dot reticle, red or green? My initial thought is to go red dot to keep things similar, but there are advantages to circle or the green over the red. And of course, commies aren't real people.
Okay.
I agree. Commies aren't people. Next question.
So this is no, that had nothing to do with the question. Yes, commies are not real people. Clearly, we all agree here. All right, so he wants to know. He wants to know if he should get the red or the circle dot reticle.
I mean, Savage seems pretty real to me. Like your hand doesn't go through him.
It does if you punch hard enough.
Well, yeah, but not like it doesn't like phase through him because he's non-existent.
All right, so
but not real people. They're real in that they exist, but they're not human beings.
Okay.
Okay, we all
fair.
agree on that one.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so he's going to get the PF940CL. I definitely dig that. He thinks to go red dot to keep things similar. I've got to say, so this is my personal opinion here. I prefer a circle dot reticle because the dot goes on what it is, but basically, if whatever you're shooting at has the green circle around it, you're going to be reasonably accurate as long as it's inside that circle. I love the circle dot reticle. Now, when we talk about red and green, our eyes use a system of rods and cones to see different things. Now, one of them is actually to see color, and one of them is brightness, I believe. I don't remember what it is. Now, the one, and I think it's rods that they basically provide night vision. So the night vision, there's a chemical in there that actually provides us with a night vision, and that gets bleached out, and it takes about 30 minutes to regenerate. But because of the way the rods and cones work, green is actually much easier for us to see. A lot of people think that when you look at red at night, it's easier, and it's easier on the eyes because green is actually 30% brighter to us than red is. So if you are outside in the sun, a green circle dot will be about 30% brighter to your eyes than a red circle dot. So then you have to think, okay, well, if what does that actually mean? Well, that means that you can have the green on a lower brightness setting, and it's going to seem just as bright as a red on a higher brightness setting. And what does that mean? It means that you're going to use less battery because the green looks brighter to your eyes, and you're going to be able to have it at a lower brightness, which is going to consume less battery. Now, also, like if you're in a place that has a lot of red or a lot of bright lights or things like that, like stoplights or tail lights or something, a red dot might get confused in that. And thusly, a green dot, maybe if you're in a place that, like the forest or something like that, you may get confused with sun shining on leaves and trees, and the green dot might get lost in that also. So I have the Kingslayer circle dot green reticle, and we were just shooting it the other day, and I love that thing. Hey. So I have to say that like green for me is actually pretty cool. Ben says cones for day and the rods for night. Okay, yeah. So and then I don't remember the name of the chemical that's in the rods that gets bleached out.
But then
Wait. Armament Axis says nope, he is right.
So which is it, guys?
Yeah, that's what he says.
No, but Armament Axis says nope, he is right. Look it up. Rods for night.
Rod is for all night, and then he says rods are for night.
And then Armament and Axis says, no, you are right.
I didn't clarify which was which because I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them is for night vision, one is not.
Wait, well then who is Armament and Axis disagreeing with? I'm so confused.
I don't know.
Me. I said I didn't. It must be me.
Yeah.
Aaron's like, I did it. I farted.
Let's just move on.
So for me,
I'm so confused.
I love the green circle dot. Like, it was the first green that I've actually used, and I freaking love it. And I have done a little bit of research. I can't figure out a reason not to use the green. So far I'm really liking it. And just because for the battery life alone. And on Swamp Fox, lower battery life on the Kingslayer than like an RMR or something like that. So it's definitely something that I pay attention to. But man, I was out shooting the other day in super, super, super bright sunlight, and I actually had to turn my reticle down just because it was so freaking bright. So for me right now, I am. Oh, Ben said he deleted his mess up. So that's what it was.
And Armament and Axis says Sean said rods are for night.
I thought that was the case. I wasn't 100% sure.
So you lied.
Yeah. Well, way to go.
You were like, I wasn't sure, so I didn't say. Come on, Sean.
I said
Come
that.
on.
Dude,
Honestly,
I just laid.
Circle.
Hold the you all. I just laid some science down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I zoned out, to be honest with you.
Yeah, all I want to... I heard it a couple of days ago in the car. All I want to say is that, like Dennis Rodman, I got a rod, man.
All I could think of was, when you were talking, was...
yes, I do.
I was thinking of celebrity tic-tac-toe, and all I could think of was circle gets a square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Nick, what would you say? Red or green, red dot or circle dot?
Oh, man. I have used green dots a couple of times, and I don't have a whole lot of experience with them. I'm quite happy with red. Everything you said makes sense. I don't know. I feel like I personally am probably, well, I mean, maybe not in Colorado, but with my prior shooting experience, I'm more likely to be shooting like in the woods with a lot of greenery around. So the red stands out better. I don't know. I definitely agree on the circle dot reticle, especially with a small optic like that. Like at pretty close range, you can essentially look through the window, and if you can see it, you're going to hit it. And then like a little further out, if it's in that circle, you're going to hit it. And then even further out, the dot, put the dot on whatever. And so yeah, I think the circle dot reticle is one of the better ones for a red dot.
Jeremy, what are your thoughts here?
I don't like red dots on pistols.
Aaron?
Fuck.
Well, it's confusing for me because usually red means dead, but then green also means go. So, I want to do both. Yeah.
That's awesome. And don't forget to use coupon code WLS15 for 25% off when you buy that.
Coupon.
So we've got about 1,000 rounds each through our Kingslayers. And so far they're holding up great.
Yeah.
And that green circle dot, man, I'm literally into it right now.
Yeah, they've wait, you're into it?
Yeah, I'm way
like you're
into
inside of it?
I would like to be.
Well, that's a little weird. I'm not going to lie. NGL. Yeah, they have been very good. Like the auto off is a nice feature for a range gun, but like I don't know if I would use it for carry simply because it does auto off. So if you have a long day like Sean is having today, and you turn your red dot on before you leave the house, it may be turned off by the time you get home. And there are a few things like that. The battery life is still a little short. But they have held up really well, and I wouldn't hesitate to put one on like a competition gun or something like that.
Yeah, totally. Let's see. Steve L says, Aaron, how about you use that rig of yours for something useful? Can you run a select few rifles with one of those adjustable muzzle brakes at different angles and record the data? Maybe a few types of ammo with a few rifles, and if you publish the data, I'll run a real analysis with it through something like Tableau. Maybe we can get some public data out there for people to use in setting up their rifles. Aaron?
Well, I would totally be all over that, except I shipped that rig to Sean.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
So I guess the real question is, Nick and Sean, how about you use that rig of Aaron's for something useful?
I actually do have an adjustable muzzle brake that we need to take out. And
I have
play
one too.
From our good friends in the Great White North.
Matador Arms.
Yeah.
I have one from Tactical.
So yeah, you should shoot it without a muzzle brake on, just to set zero.
Yep.
And
set a baseline.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Next
question.
We should do that. Nick, let's do that.
Okay.
Next question from Shotgun Her, which sounds like a horrible plan. Says, "Oh, knowledgeable cult leaders, why does steel shot wear out barrels when it's wrapped in a plastic wad?" I'm not a barrel expert or a metallologist.
A metallurgist.
No, a metallologist. If I
I
want
had
to
to guess, because it doesn't compress like lead.
Yeah, it's still really hard in there, and even though like the plastic will compress, this is me just making an educated guess here, because I'm honestly not sure. I guess I'd never really thought about it that much. I'm not much of a shotgunner or a shotgun her.
I'm a shotgunner, but I don't give a about steel shot.
Yeah.
why? What's wrong with steel shot?
I would imagine that it's like Jeremy said, like lead hits that plastic and then hits the side of the barrel and deforms a little bit, but the steel is harder. So it may be like laying a plastic sheet on top of a piece of metal and then hitting it with a hammer. Like it's still going to deform, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's like water created the Grand Canyon, right? So steel on steel.
I want to see that.
Well, it's not steel on steel like a slug. You know, they don't touch the barrel; it's in a wad. But as it goes through the choke, it's not compressing like lead. Again, educated guess. It's not compressing like lead does. If I remember correctly, you're not supposed to shoot steel shot out of anything tighter than a improved modified.
Tighter than an SSB?
I don't know. I've never paid that much attention to steel shot.
Like, I don't think you're supposed to. I think there are some chokes out there that you're not supposed to fire steel shot through because it doesn't compress enough.
But wait, so let's think about this. So steel shot.
We should find out. Let's do it.
Steel shot is going to weigh more than the plastic wad. Or I'm sorry, the little BBs are going to weigh less than the plastic wad, so they're going to move faster, correct? So like if the plastic wad hits...
No. It's all going to be moving at the same speed.
Yeah, while it's in the
wad
barrel.
is pushing the shot.
Yeah.
It is pushing it, but is the light because the steel shot is lighter because of that compression? It's going to the wad's going to act like a drum and push them maybe a little bit faster, and they are going to hit the barrel on the way out and do that deformation that Nick was just talking about.
Well,
I think
they
the gas pressure is going to push everything out.
No,
The
the
gas
they
pressure.
stay
force is holding the shot to the rear of the cup until it leaves the barrel,
Yeah.
and then the wad goes away.
No, I know how that works, but what I'm saying is primer ignites powder.
Mm-hmm.
Powder creates gas. Gas pushes the wad with the steel shot inside the wad, right?
Mm-hmm.
So from that point right there, does the shot and the wad move at exactly the same rate?
No, the wad's moving faster because it's pushing.
I disagree.
So imagine that you're
Well, you're
sitting.
wrong.
Imagine that we took a golf cart, right, and we cut like the little roll cage thing and everything off, and you're sitting in the front seat unsecured, and then we hook that whole thing onto a slingshot, and we launch that golf cart. It's gonna snap your head back, right, and like it's gonna pull you back into the seat. But then suddenly a parachute deploys out of the back of the golf cart. The golf cart's going to rapidly decelerate, and you're just gonna keep going. That's basically what's going on. Like the shot cup accelerates, the shot's pushed back into the cup, the shot leaves the barrel, expands, and acts like a parachute. It slows way down, and the shot keeps going.
That makes a lot of sense. So I don't know. Is what he's saying correct? Does steel shot wear out barrels?
I've heard that.
Yeah, I have
don't
too,
know
but
if it's true.
Yeah, I'm like, is that even?
busted.
Yeah, is that even a correct statement? I don't know. Yeah, Nick, that was a great analogy.
I do my best.
Like, holy man. I'm not known for admitting when I'm wrong, but yeah, that made total sense, and it was relevant. Because
Wow, for once it was relevant. Well, thank you, Sean.
Aaron, next
I'm not
question.
sure how to take this. What should I do with my hands?
Dude, I don't even know. Like, me off or something.
I know not to do that with my hands.
Aaron,
I think he's frozen, or he's just holding that face really well.
dude, I was so confused. Nick,
Okay, Tyler C says, I'm looking into a new polymer pistol that is not a Glock. I'm leaning towards the CZ P07, the Walther PPQ, or an HK VP9. Do any of you have experience with any of these pistols? Is there any other pistol I should be looking into? I love the show, hashtag WLS is life, hashtag SSB. And before Sean can say anything, I know he's going to say the M&P.
No. I
Wait, really?
Wait a second. We just had this conversation the other day, and you chose the M&P.
But that's not a choice here, and it was a choice in your conversation.
Oh, well,
the handle.
To answer this question definitively, he chose the M&P.
He did.
Because there was 4 options, and the M&P was one of them, and I would choose that one. Now,
Well, we all sat down and we chose the HK with this 3 options. Wait, no, not everyone. I chose the HK. Savage chose the CZ. Nick chose the PPK.
No, I chose.
No, you chose the PPK.
No, I chose the VP9.
Yeah, and then Jeremy chose the whatever he carries every day.
so I don't have a ton of experience with the P07. I like the PPQ, but if I was going to pick between the 2 that I have experience with, which is the PPQ and the VP9, I would pick the VP9. Jeremy, out of the P07, the PPQ, and a VP9, what would you pick?
SPO1 Tactical.
There it is.
Yeah, I liked the. I didn't like the. I mean, I liked CZ, but I just didn't like the
I
hammer
love
fire.
CZs.
I didn't want a hammer though. I went with the striker fire for the VP9.
And that was it too. Like a double action, single action. I don't really care about them very much.
Why not?
I like striker fire better.
Why? There's no such thing as a good striker fire trigger.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's some
such
great
bullshit.
striker fire.
I disagree.
triggers.
There's good for striker fire, but no striker fire.
No, I disagree.
No.
I think both the PPQ and the VP9 have excellent triggers.
The VP9 trigger is badass.
Yeah, for a striker fire.
No, in general.
Yes.
I think they have very good triggers.
I literally have a Grey Ghost Precision right here with that tactical pontoon trigger that we talked about earlier, and it's got a good trigger. It's not just good for striker fire. It's a good trigger.
I disagree.
Now, I don't really care for the polymer framed hammer fired CZs. Like I do like the CZs. I like the 75s and stuff. I just, for whatever reason, the polymer ones, they're not bad guns. They're fine guns. There's just something about them that, like, shooting them doesn't feel right to me, and I don't really know why, and I don't care for them.
Yeah, I mean, I do love CZs, and I actually really like the PPQ. It was surprising how much I liked it, but I think all things considered, VP9, I would choose that in a second. I actually don't know why. I don't really have a great reason. Aaron?
I chose a VP9 as well.
Yeah.
Striker fire. I've shot it before. I liked it. Feels good in the hand, so I chose that one.
Yeah, I love my VP9.
But I have I don't have a PPQ. I have a Creed, which is like the poor man's version of the PPQ.
And it's hammer fired, right?
Yeah, it is. But it's a internal hammer.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about the Creed. How's that review going?
It's done. It's already out there, man.
Is it like Creed from The Office?
Kinda.
A little bit, yeah.
Could that new PPQ that has the steel frame be included in this? Because I would choose that one.
What was it, NRA that we held that?
NRA and something else.
Yeah.
I think it's been out for a while.
Which one did I drop?
That was the SIG.
Yeah, that was the SIG. 365, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Did you get that one? Was it all scratched up?
Scratched
and
the shit out of it? No, I didn't. Next question, Jeremy. From New York State Freedom Fighter.
Do any SCD plans cover fighting RPOs?
I don't know what their plans are. At this point, they do not cover red flag. Or what is RPO? It's red flag, right?
Yeah.
Protection order. Yeah, at this point, no. I know USCCA has said, I don't think they actually said that they do or don't. I don't know. At this point, SCD covers self-defense with a firearm.
RPO stands for Rochester Philharmonic Orchestra.
Oh, yeah. I don't think they cover fighting the Philharmonic. Oh, well, you know what? If the Philharmonic is trying to kill you or cause you serious bodily harm, then yes, SCD would cover that.
Yeah, well, what is the R in R? It's risk protection order.
Oh,
right?
okay. There you go. At this point, yeah. At this point, I don't think that they do. I haven't heard that they do, and I don't know what their plans are. Let's see. Aaron or Nick, next one. Aaron, next one.
Wait, no, it's your turn, Sean.
I think it's Jeremy's turn.
Scott G, he just read the last one.
Oh, well.
Scott G says movie recommendation, Boondock Saints and Lords of War. Also, thanks for answering my questions about promo codes and starting an online retail store. If you were given an option, would you rather A, continue to get commissions on the back end of customer discount codes, or B, get paid a set price for advertising for a vendor and allow vendors to work through their distribution channels? I really do appreciate the advice you gave. I have a few ideas on providing value to stay relevant for my potential customers. You guys are awesome. Keep up the great work. So, what do you think about those movie recommendations? Nick?
Those are fine movies.
Since you are the producer on Gunflix and Chill.
I feel like, I don't know. I mean, Deadpool is the movie for this week. So I feel like I can't talk too much. But also, like, I've been trying to choose movies that maybe won't be as obvious or done as much. And I feel like both of those excellent movies, but also like everybody's talked about them a bunch. So maybe at some point, but probably not immediately.
All right. And then as far as, I assume he's talking about like WLS, like what do we prefer? And that is very easy. We do very little with affiliate commissions and things like that. It's like if you go to your job, there are people clearly out there that work on commission, right? And they've got to hustle and they've got to push hard and they get paid for the stuff that they do. So we have spent years building audience, building our credibility, getting people to trust our ethics and our morals and things like that. And we do a little bit of affiliate stuff, but we do option B. We get paid a set price for advertising. We believe that we understand the value that we provide to companies, and we believe that value is worth X dollars for our ad rates. We do a little bit of affiliate stuff, but I don't think that's realistic because if the gun industry goes through a downturn, then we go out of business, and I don't want to do that. I want to continue doing this. I love doing this. Also, when companies that we work with have had trouble, when tough has been extremely hard and times were tough, have we waived our advertising fees for a year plus? Yes, absolutely. So when we choose to work with a company, we choose to work with that company because A, we believe in the product. B, we believe in the value that they will provide to our listeners, you. C, we believe in the support and service that they will provide our listeners, you. And D, we love the people behind that company, not necessarily in that specific order. And when we do those things, they become family. Like all of our advertisers are like family. And when they go through tough times, we waive fees, we do whatever, because the people to us are more important than the dollars, which is probably not a great way to run a business, but it's what we've done. And it's what I feel comfortable doing. And I just told someone yesterday or the day before that it's just as important for me to be able to sleep at night as it is to make money. And that's the choices that I make for We Like Shooting. I don't know if that helps. Nick's looking at pornography.
No, it's just a stupid pop-up.
Okay.
What is it?
Can you send me that link?
The early signs of Crohn's disease, and it's a dude sitting on a toilet looking at his phone.
It's pretty good. Aaron, take the next one.
Next one's from Donnie G. How important do you think it is to have a plate carrier or bullet-resistant vest? If you, meaning the cast, have a plate carrier, do you keep it at home, at your office, or in your car? If you aren't bringing it everywhere you go, what's the actual purpose of having it?
All right.
I have both a plate carrier and a vest. I do keep them at home. When I was doing security, I would wear my vest, bullet resistant vest. I don't keep it in the car because I drive multiple cars at home. We have two, and I'm not going to keep moving it from car to car every time I jump out. If I feel like it's necessary to put one on, then it's probably the Boogaloo. If I'm wearing my plate carrier, that's like for the end times. It's that backup emergency thing that you have when you really need it. The bulletproof vest is I do wear that on occasion when I do like Craigslist exchanges and stuff, just because you don't know the people you're meeting.
And Detroit.
So, yeah, I mean, I'll put that on underneath my gear or my clothes just to be on the safe side. But sorry, I read Morpheus to multiple. For most times, I have them just in case is what I carry them for or have them for.
Yeah. So for me, I actually have a soft armor vest at my apartment. It is literally it's hanging in the closet, directly inside the closet, along with my means to defend myself. So if anything happens, I run in there, grab that. My plate carrier is here at the office because Boogaloo Plan involves the office. Also one other location that I will not share. So yeah, like I have those in case whatever happens. Like, I mean, Katrina, right? Like in Katrina, would it be a great idea to walk around with your plate carrier on? Probably, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I would. If getting crazy like a winter storm or anything like that, would wearing some soft armor under your jacket be a good idea? Yeah, it would be a great idea. Nick,
my only complaint about hard armor is when you slap that vest on over your head, I always end up hitting my face with that front plate. That sucks. Nick?
I have a plate carrier that has some hard plates in it. Honestly, it's more like for LARPing.
I think that's
fun.
really fair, actually. Yeah.
If something horrible happened, absolutely. I mean, like it sits like ready to go. With some loaded mags and some other stuff with it. So like sure, like if something bad happened, I would definitely grab it, depending on the situation, of course, along with like my backpack that I keep ready to go. But I don't know. If somebody broke into my apartment, I'm not going to take the time to put a vest on. I don't see it necessarily as being like a super important thing to have. Mostly it's just cool, so I have one.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't plan that the end of the world is going to happen. I don't plan that I'll ever have to use my gun in self-defense. I don't plan that I'll ever have to use second call defense. I don't plan that I will ever have a car accident. I don't plan that, a house will burn down. It's all insurance, right? And just like car insurance, just like self-defense insurance, just like homeowners or renters insurance, my vest is apocalypse insurance. And I use it as such. I don't go around wearing it. I don't wear it to classes because I'm not a loser.
But like, would you say that it is an important thing for somebody to own? Like, I think it's more important to have like some medical supplies and food and water and a change of clothes and some stuff like that. Both? I mean, you certainly can do both. But if you're on any sort of budget, I would certainly say that a lot of other things take priority.
Oh yeah, I do agree with that. It's one of the last things I buy. But look, I mean, in times of social unrest or something like that, like it's not just having water and food; it's being able to keep Jeremy from taking that from you. And
honestly, I wish I had more.
And I'm coming for it.
Yeah, no, dude, I don't remember. I was on a show or something. I said it publicly somewhere, and I think it was with Glenn Tate because he was talking about prepping on This Week in Guns last week. Author of 299 Days. And it might have even been before the show, before we were recording, but I said, look, bottom line, like, I don't need water, I don't need food, because I'm going to take yours if it gets down to it. So I'm going to have ammunition, firearms, and the means and the training and the mindset to take it from whoever I need to take it from.
You guys are talking like into the world, like everything has failed. I'm talking like what's way more likely for me is like a big storm blows through and I need to, evacuate my house, or there's a medical emergency, or
I'm talking about
in the case
government's gone tyrannical and I need to shoot a bunch of people in the face that are heavily armed. And
but at the same time, like, while I agree obviously with like concealed carry and stuff, I also feel like when it comes to stuff like this, you should worry about more likely risks before less likely risks,
like RPOs.
And yeah, and I think going back to like I said, like I see armor and plate carriers and stuff as like a fun luxury item, you know. Like I don't know.
No, Nick, you're definitely the voice of reason here.
I mean, I have a box full of gas masks too, you know, just in case.
So do I.
So I have a gas mask, but because I actually used it for work, not like, you know.
No, I have it in my secondary unnamed location.
Right, and I need to get one more because I have 4, but there's 5 of us that live in this house. And that's why I like to get some more plate, or at least some more vests.
I don't think you need to. Dude, I mean, honestly, like, how are you going to feed 5 people? Like, if you've got 4 gas masks, I think that's the foregone conclusion is you have to pick one of them to go.
Well, Tanner is diabetic, and the insulin will run out.
But he's also a big kid and probably pretty tough. So
Yeah, send him out. As long as he gets 1 or 2, you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I'll probably myself to death. So like, you know.
Hey, is that a tile cutter behind you, Jeremy?
Yeah, they're putting new flooring here.
It looks good.
So
Oh, okay.
they haven't started. They're doing a couple other rooms first, but next week this will all be new floor.
nice.
I was kind of wondering what that was. Yeah, good
I knew it was some sort of cutter or a really small person treadmill.
All right. Whoever wants to take the next question, it could be the last one. Oh, no. Hold on. I want to actually do the one after that because I am very curious about this one.
Would you say you're body curious?
Jeremy, take the next one from, again, New York State Freedom Fighter.
Which one's that? There's like 16 of them.
It's the one that's not in green.
Oh, Sean, with Polymer 80 being a sponsor getting your FFL 07, what are you using to serialize your builds? When I got mine, they told me specifically no 80% builds for personal use. I have to serialize everything through my FFL 07. Hashtag SSB, hashtag WLS is life.
All right, Jeremy. So I know your situation, so I want to hold off, and I want to say my response to this. So I now hold an FFL 07 through an LLC. Okay, so the LLC holds the FFL, and Sean Heron is a different entity from both of those things. Okay, so
Are you a sovereign citizen? Is that what you're saying?
what the FFL 07 does is not the same thing as what Sean Heron does. So if Sean Heron wants to sit down with his personal property and finish a Polymer 80 frame or an 80% AR receiver or something like that, and Sean Heron wants to do that, that's great. If my LLC creates something, then it puts it on the book it puts it in my bound book, in my bound manufacturing book for my FFL 07. And that's the way I understand it to be. Like what Sean Heron does on his property with his tools is different than what my LLC does with its 07 manufacturing FFL. Now, Jeremy,
Collector, are you listening?
yeah, exactly. So, and that is not that is what I think the answer to this is. I haven't actually gotten the answer yet. But that's what I think the answer is based on what I understand about how I have it. Now, Jeremy, you have a different setup.
Yeah, I'd rather not get into it.
Okay. And that's totally fair. So Jeremy has a different setup than that. Now, some people, they get it. There's different business entities and everything else. And I think that in some situations that might actually be different. Nick, how do you understand it?
I understand it similarly to what you said. However, my understanding is also that it depends on where you do it.
I agree. If it's on the premises of the FFL,
Right.
then that is going to be a manufactured firearm that goes into your bound book for your 07 FFL.
Right. I again certainly could be wrong. Yeah, it is something that I would personally want clarification on from a qualified professional like a lawyer.
Yeah. So this is one that I have reached out to my attorney, which is Kleckner, and he was literally like overseas on the Czech Republic hunting, which is publicly available on his Facebook, and just got back, and I haven't gotten a response yet. But yeah, this is like very curious, and I like Googled it.
Curious.
I Googled it, I Googled it and I was unable to find the actual answer. Like, this is a really tough one.
It's one of those questions where if you ask an ATF agent, you're going to get 6 different answers.
Right.
Well, and that's the other thing, is being part of Rocket FFL's community. Like, every single IOI that comes to do interviews and inspections and whatever, they're all different. So it's like, I don't even understand.
Like I've heard stories about stuff happening here in Colorado that I was put in similar situations with in Montana and absolutely would not have gotten away with it the way that people did here in Colorado. So yeah, your local agent certainly affects things a lot.
Yeah. So that is definitely one that I am not 100% sure of. But yeah, there's so many different like setups that people do. So Aaron, you followed the Rocket FFL. I followed what the Rocket FFL said. And
yeah, I mean, I'm an 01 though, and I am an LLC too. I carried under an LLC. So Aaron Krieger is just a sovereign citizen.
Well, your FFL's not allowed to manufacture anything.
Correct. So I don't even have to worry about it.
However, this question is even, I think, more relevant to you, Aaron. You are not allowed to manufacture as an FFL holder. And
right.
I believe your FFL LLC is registered for where?
What do you mean by where?
Location, physical location.
Oh, my home.
Okay. I just didn't want to call you out. I wanted
no, totally.
Yeah, so because your FFL is at your home, if you were to manufacture a Polymer 80 at your home, which is also the premise that your FFL is associated with, like, how does that work?
I mean, it doesn't go in my books.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because it's I made it myself. It's personal.
Did you?
It wasn't sent to me as a firearm, so it wouldn't be put in my books. If it was sent to me, if it was serialized as it got to me, then I think it would have to go to my books. If it was sent to my FFL.
So you know what I'm taking from this?
If I go out and buy a gun, I don't have to put it in my books.
Yeah, you know what I'm taking from this is that there may be a video coming in the not so distant future where we go out to the range and build and shoot a Polymer 80 on the range in one afternoon.
We could do that, actually.
Which would actually be a pretty cool video anyway.
Yeah. I think that's a great idea. Okay, Alex, I know you're listening. I don't understand why.
You're listening.
But yes, if we could get a kit for that video, that would be amazing. I would use the one that I already have, but
I know exactly why you're listening, and I love you too, man.
No. Hold up.
I love Alex.
I love Alex.
No, guys.
You know what?
Guys.
I love Dave and Dave Jr.
Wow.
And Alex.
There it is. Okay.
That's quite a foursome.
All three of them.
Yeah.
The Devil's Triangle.
Yeah. Do I have to put that in my
The Devil's
book?
Square. Yes, you do.
Yeah. Good question, man.
Yeah, and nobody steal that. That's our idea. That's mine. I'm doing it. Don't you guys out there listening make a YouTube video where you do that. Or else I'll be real mad.
Okay.
You'll make me real sad.
So, Jeremy, as you understand it, what are your thoughts there? Can you make it?
As far as I understand, I don't know. It's a real up gray area. Because, the only way I can have a gun not on my books personally would be to, go buy it from another store, you get a 4473. But then if I take it to the store...
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you try to sell it at the store...
Well, if I sell it at the store, it's got to go in the books.
Exactly. But if you just have it on you, if it's your personal carry firearm, I don't think it needs to be in the books.
Well, it's f***ing stupid to do that.
Right. Because you own it, not the store.
Well, I am the FFL. My FFL is not through the LLC.
Okay.
I am the FFL at my store.
I am the law.
I am the law.
So what about this? Since my LLC is the holder, so I have an LLC. I am the only member of the LLC.
LLC and an SSB.
So I'm the only member of the LLC, and the LLC holds my FFL. If I have a firearm on my books and I want to have it for personal use, what process do I go through?
I don't know how it works with an LLC, honestly.
So
Would you 4473 yourself to sign it out?
that is actually what my IOI said, that I would 4473 to myself. So I personally, and since I'm in Colorado, would run it through CBI, through InstaCheck, and they do it locally. They do it. Okay, first of all, yeah. So that's another one. Like, do I literally just 4473 myself? Which
It seems like the
I think
easiest way
that's
to
the
go.
answer. Yeah, but are you allowed to 4473 yourself?
I think you've got to have somebody else do it.
That's
What?
That's
No.
the question.
No. I don't think so. There's no rule that says that.
If only so. Rocket FFL actually has the compliance course. I need to actually finish going through that. I got my FFL so fast that I didn't even have time to go through the compliance course, and I've already got 16 guns in my bound book.
Yeah, we're not you, Jeremy.
Yeah, I've had my FFL for 6 days. So yeah, that's another question that I have to answer before I do anything else, just to make sure. Chris White said the best part of Sean and Aaron getting their home-based FFLs is we can now get their home addresses. Yeah, well, my FFL.
We also talked about body armor earlier too. So
My FFL is actually at a business location, and the offices of WLS are well advertised.
yeah, and mine is at home.
Yeah. Now, Aaron, you're.
But dude, I have like when I went to get my FFL, I did a serious amount of securing my house. Like I did a ton of security cameras, motion sensors, and just ridiculous amount of stuff in the whole area of my yard or my house. I live on 5 acres, and that 5 acres is, secure now. It's redonkulous.
Edward Snowden just whistle blew himself and said, "I'm just here to say I farted," and then he spelled "their" wrong. Raid their house.
So wait, I don't understand.
I don't think
over there.
I don't think that's the real Edward Snowden.
I don't think so either. What gave it away?
I don't know. The fish said somebody dog getting shot. I don't have a dog.
I do.
Bye,
Say
Henry.
Nick already shot it.
That hole will just grab shots right out of the air.
So I'm going to submit my SOT paperwork tomorrow.
It must be nice to have $500 laying around.
I wouldn't say I have it laying around, but I'm like, it's an investment that I want to make.
Yeah, I would like to too, but I don't have $500. Jeremy,
I'm gonna
you owe
I have it, but you can't
you owe a ton of money. I mean, just
throw 500 more on there.
yeah, why not?
All right, holy we are so far off track here. I don't even know. If you'd like to submit your questions, we really appreciate it. We like shooting.com/dear WLS, and it's time to talk about our friends at Bowers Group. All right. God, what is there to say about Bowers Group? I was just talking to some folks in the California cadre, the WLS California listeners, and one of them was talking about getting a verse 458 and a verse, or what's the 45 can called?
Is it?
Starts with a B, doesn't it?
I don't remember.
I would try to pull it up real quick, but the way my computer is currently running, it would take an hour.
I fucking saw Nick click approve on a comment a few minutes ago, and it took like 6 minutes to approve it.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, so the verse 458, it's awesome. Like one of my favorite cans. 450 Bushmaster, 458 SOCOM, and everything under those diameters.
It's pretty ballin'.
Dude, it really is.
Pretty.
Hearing safe out of short barrels.
Aw, yeah.
Which is pretty awesome. So Bowers Group, like, here's the thing. I actually talked earlier about advertising and how we have to believe in the people. And I put things in like a row of 4. But when I talk about Bowers Group, Tom and Dorothy, like I put the people, believe in the people at the very top of that. And I do that with so many of our advertisers. But man, like Tom and Dorothy, they are good people. So if you are looking for a suppressor, and spoiler alert, right now you should be, call Tom and tell him what your use case is, what gun you're going to have it on, how you intend to use it, and he will tell you the best suppressor for the job. And the best thing about it is if it's someone else's can, he'll tell you that. Like, he will not sell himself if it's not something that's going to help you out. And that's so huge. right now we're seeing like 2 months, 70 days. Jeremy just had one return, and they did it as an individual, not a trust, and they used the barcode system. And, dude, that's huge. 70 days. In 2 months, you could probably have a suppressor. And if you're interested in that, go to bowersgroup.com, use coupon code WLS, and it's time to talk about not guns.
Not guns, not gear, just the gang. Hashtag not guns.
Aaron, what do you have tonight?
Tonight, I'm sorry, I was going through the Bowers webpage trying to find it, but I couldn't find it.
It's got a dog name.
Yeah, like the Bulldog or the something like that. The Mastiff. I don't know.
I'll find it.
You're thinking of the 9, the K9.
No.
Oh.
I'll find it.
I've listed 7 character traits. Which do you see your fellow cast members list their top one and their trait that they least have? For example, so we have grit, curiosity, self-control, social intelligence, zest, optimism, and gratitude. Now, I didn't pick these items out. They were listed out there. So I'll go first so you guys kind of get the idea.
All right, so verse 45 is their 45 can.
So
I was right.
Jeremy?
What? That's not a dog's name.
No, it just that
You son of
just came out. We saw it in Georgia.
The 9K? Or the K9?
No. It was different. It started with a B. I swear.
K9.
Yeah.
So anyhow, Jeremy, your top quality on that list would be grit. But your least quality on that list would be social intelligence.
I disagree with that completely.
That's fine. You can, but this is just. I just don't think you have. You understand social cues, and if you do, you just don't care about them. Sean, your highest thing would be social intelligence, but your lowest one would be self-control.
Man, you called that?
Nick, your highest one would be curiosity, but your lowest one would be zest, because you keep pushing this 27 club.
I thought you were going to say optimism.
No. Savage's top one would be optimism, but his lowest one would be zest, because
I
communism.
thought it was going to say communism.
Because communism. My top one would be gratitude, because I appreciate every one of you all the time, but my lowest one would be self-control.
Interesting. All right. Let's see. I will go next. So for Jeremy, I would say number 1 would be social intelligence. And his bottom character trait, the one he has the least of, would be gratitude.
He seems to agree with you on
Yeah.
that.
Let's see. For Nick, I would say that his top one would be, I actually agree. Curiosity, that's definitely a good one. But the absolute bottom would be optimism.
27 club.
You know it.
For Savage, I don't care. Moving on. Aaron, let's see. This is a tough one. I would say curiosity would be, well, no, because I gave Nick that one. I would say self-control would be your worst, and self-control would be your worst. I don't know, man. Zest. I think zest, because you're like, I'm a idea man. You got a lot of zest for it, but no follow through. So I would say zest would be your number 1. Self-control would be your
Wow, that was
your
like
bottom.
a huge backhanded compliment. There.
I know, like, no, what was that? That's because I'm an idea man and I have no follow through.
No, but you know that. Wait,
Yeah, I heard it. I don't. We can play back the tape.
no, I said that. Yeah, like how many times have we talked about that? Not only personally, but publicly on the show.
Oh yeah.
When Aaron and I first met, he was always like, I'm an idea man. I was like, so you're lazy, right?
No, I came up with great ideas though. I
Yeah,
just didn't have
but-
a way to follow through with them.
but now-
It wasn't the fact that I didn't have either the money or the way or means to make it happen.
So now, not only are you an idea man, but you're actually a follow through guy too. That's my proudest achievement.
Okay, not your kids, but me. I appreciate that. I'm down with that.
And then for me, I would say, social intelligence, number 1, self-control, the bottom. Yeah, no, I agree with that actually. And was that everybody?
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Nick,
No, I already went.
Jeremy, what do you think?
Go, Nick.
Yeah, I did.
No, he didn't.
No, I totally did.
I think I closed the damn
All right. Well, while Jeremy looks for that,
No, I got it.
Okay.
No. So Aaron's top one, I would say Curiosity. I think that fits well. The least they have, it's
By
really
Curiosity.
it's really between self-control or social intelligence. And I'm kind of leaning towards social intelligence because, like, I've seen him control himself when I'm about to beat the out of him. But the reason I want to beat the out of him is because he doesn't know how to read a goddamn room.
I read a room. I just choose not to follow it.
There's sometimes, dude, where I'm like, do you just not see the path in front of you?
Sometimes.
James Allen, this mushiness is uncomfortable. Get back to yelling at each other.
Sean,
Here we go. Jeremy's always cut the deepest for me. I'm not going to lie.
why is that?
Because of your social intelligence.
Do you think I'm socially intelligent?
Just fucking do it.
I don't.
Get it over with.
I'd say Sean's pretty optimistic most of the time, so I'll give that him his top one. And I would say his least one is probably yeah, self-control fits. I mean, but then again, I've seen you have it, but like it depends on the situation.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, yeah.
We don't need to name names.
No, you guys,
Yeah.
you guys have all fucking called it. Like, well done.
Nick,
Nick just sighed audibly.
I don't like this game.
Dude, these ones are tough because it's like, oh, okay, my self-confidence.
I don't know what Nick's top one would be.
That's the worst thing you could say.
No, it's because there are so many that it could be
his bottom
top
one would be
ones.
Zest.
Okay, that's fair. But what's the top one?
Oh, Jesus
No
Christ.
control in it.
The bang.
That,
No control when it comes to. I hope my girlfriend's mom never watches this show.
I hope she watches every night.
okay, his top one's got to be Grit, because he's got to grit his teeth a lot when he that much.
Oh, God. You have no idea.
And then Savage, yeah, I don't know, communism, something.
All right.
LOL breadline.
Nick?
I already went.
No, you didn't.
God, I don't like these games.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so I would say self-control is the worst for all of us.
And that's actually not bad.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a no-brainer, like a pretty easy home run there.
I agree.
For best, God, I would say Aaron is pretty optimistic most of the time. There have been a lot of times where he's been like, hey, you know what? Just don't worry about it. It'll be fine. And I'm like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah. And it wasn't always fine, but, you know, at least he tried. Sean, I would say, like, yeah, everybody else said social intelligence. I think that's pretty fair. Like, you're pretty good at doing that whole, like, psychopath thing where you tell people what they want to hear so that they like you.
Yeah. No, you're dead on.
Jesus. Let's see. Jeremy, I would say gratitude because he's always like, where's my 10 millimeter? Yeah, I think that's fair.
What about Savage?
Oh, does he count? He's not here.
Oh, yeah.
Savage, I would say grit. You know? Savage has a lot going on, and he still hangs in there. He's a tough little guy.
I don't know. I could see him crying a lot.
Well, I mean, even if he's crying, he's still here. So
It's true. It is true. All right. Wow. That was. Someone
Was that
said,
painful?
Yeah, dude. It actually was. James A said, title for this episode needs to be WLS Intervention. I agree. Intervention has to be.
We've used that one already.
I think that,
Did we?
man, you guys all saying I have no zest. Just because.
Get a job, you bum.
Oh my God, that has nothing to do with zest.
Here we go.
Just because I present myself in a rather bland fashion doesn't mean that there isn't excitement underneath.
Well, still waters run deep. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying I was raised to be very calm.
I'm saying that needs to take a shower. He is not zestfully clean.
You, I am clean.
That beard says otherwise.
This beard is.
There's a here.
Jesus Christ.
No, Nick, they're right. No, you. And here's the reason why, because I just had to Photoshop a bunch of heads of us, and your beard, like, you. By the way, I haven't even mentioned this to you, but go yourself with that beard.
Wow.
Daylight showing through the straggly little hanging off the side.
Wow.
Dude,
That's hurtful.
That is
I'll tell you
pretty
what,
hurtful.
this morning, I was so
I don't
mad.
know. I don't know why you got to be such a but okay. Wow.
Spoiler alert, I like from Fire Toad Forge. Spoiler alert, Jeremy. I'm far enough behind on episodes that Nick still works at Red Light.
Yeah, he's a No, dude, literally this morning I was like, Nick and this god beard.
That's cool. Well, I was going to go to the barber like tomorrow, but I think I'm just going to keep growing it.
Well, when you look like a Q-tip on Brownells, remember this moment.
Oh yeah, yeah. I always look really great on the Brownells photos.
That one right there.
I get chosen. Yeah.
So, dude,
the best photos get chosen.
Let me just
for
tell
me.
you this. Let me tell you this. That,
Yeah, this is the part where you're like, well, it's not our fault.
No, I reached out to Aaron and I was like, hey, I need some photos for Brownells to use for this project that's getting ready to come out. And he sent me some photos, and I was like, why the does he always pick the one that Nick looks like the biggest on the face of the earth on? So I redid it today and sent it.
Wait, I thought I did all the cutting out of all the art.
Yeah, you did until I had to redo you, me, and Nick.
What?
Well, all I'm going to say is that the next time that I do a cutout of your head for something,
No,
I'm going to do a fucking bald cap on you.
I had your back today.
Did you? Because you were just talking a bunch of about my beard for everybody.
Let me, no, I was talking about cutting it out, but let me show you the pic. Oh, Jeremy's like, bye.
He said he was sick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the one that Aaron sent me, I'm going to show you. And then when I show you the one that I sent of you, you're going to be very thankful.
I do like how everybody's sweater says something funny, and then mine is just Santa Claus with a thong. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, those are the ones that Aaron cut out.
I was like,
welcome.
odd choice, but all right.
Listen, it's not like I have access to a million pictures of everybody.
Yeah, I don't own that sweater, so you chose that sweater.
All right, Polymer 80. We talked about him. We talked about Alex Dave and Dave Jr. Man, the buy, build, shoot. It's stuck in my mind. I know that I've talked about it for multiple weeks now, but it is like stuck in my brain. $5.99 retail. If you use our coupon code, you get 15% off that. 5 times 15 is 50. 525.75. Plus another 15, so $90. So right at $500, you get everything you need. Manufacture your very own, which we're going to do on the range very soon. And or maybe Nick is. At this point, I don't even know if I'm allowed.
Probably not. I don't know if I'll let you come with me to the range.
The range membership's under my name.
That's cool. I know the codes.
No, you actually don't.
Yeah, I do.
Nope.
Yep.
You don't.
Yep.
He doesn't.
I do.
I bet he does.
So the buy, build, shoot, I'm loving it. Like right at $500.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It is awesome. So I really think you guys should go check it out. But I mean, if not that, the PF 940CL that someone said they were ordering earlier, it's all awesome. Like, what did that one take us? It took us 1 hour, and that was filming the entire thing. Mm-hmm. And you can literally put together your own firearm that when you get it is not a firearm, ships directly to your door in under an hour. So go check them out. Polymer80.com, coupon code WLS is life is the code that saves you 15%. Aaron, this is news. What do you have for us?
Hey, this came out a couple weeks ago, but I don't know if you guys heard this, but FPS Russia lost $400,000 worth of guns for smoking pot.
Yeah.
So lame.
Yeah, I mean, I thought weed was legal.
No.
Apparently,
Not where he is.
Not where he lives, but it wasn't even smoking pot. It was having it, and it was like less than an ounce or something like that.
It was not very much.
And then they said that he was going to distribute it, and that's where all that came from. So he had to serve jail time. He's a felon. lost $400,000 worth of guns because of that. I'm not going to lie. So I live in Colorado. Weed is legal here. And everyone all the time is like, oh, come on, man. Just like an edible or like whatever. And I'm like, no, that. Yeah. And everyone asks me constantly, like, why not? Like, it's totally legal. And I'm like, look, because of what I do for a living. And now, especially with my FFL, I'm like, no, I can't even take the chance. And they're like, oh, well, you don't trust us? No, I don't trust you.
I don't trust anyone.
No, I don't.
Except people in this room right here.
Yeah.
I'm by myself.
Right. So even now, I'm like, no, I will not do it. I will not break that law under any circumstances. And people don't understand. And like, I get it, but like,
are we all laughing at the same comment?
Yeah.
Probably.
Fire Toad Forge says Savage was arrested for smoking pot. He lost all his guns. Grand total 350. No, distribute an ounce. That won't last long. Yeah, I agree. Like,
yeah. So as I understood it, it was that he was arrested on some really flimsy charges. He talks about it on a podcast I can't remember the name of. But one of the things was that he had shared some weed with a house guest, so they got him on distribution charges. They ended up dropping those, and he just ended up getting convicted of possession. But that was why they were trying to go after him for distribution.
Right, and from what I understand too is from listening to the podcast as well, he got off on the state charges because it was a bad warrant.
Yeah,
but once they got off on the state charges, then the federal government came in and then hit him hard. He went to prison for it. He went to prison, dude. Can you believe that?
I know, right?
Federal prison.
Yes, for an ounce of weed, and he lost $400,000 in guns.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. So
yeah,
people are, dude. There's a lot of pressure, like
people
to do it.
People joke about it. We joke about it, and sometimes I'm like, yeah, I would be willing to try that. Like, that sounds kind of cool, whatever. But also, like, this happens, and I don't. It's not worth it.
Yeah, seriously, it's not worth it.
Yeah,
that's why I don't even play that game.
Yeah, we walk that here constantly because people do it all the time here, and like I won't be around it. I won't be in the same place as it. I won't ride in a car with somebody that I know has it, and they're always like, "What the f are you? What the f is your problem?" I'm like, "Nope, not going to do it." Like, we live a bit in the public eye, and I'm like, it's not worth it. I don't want to lose everything that I have. I don't want to lose the things that I love because of that. So instead, I sit here and drink Jim Beam out of the bottle.
Yeah, because that is okay for whatever weird reason.
Yeah. Look, I voted to legalize weed. I would vote for it again, even though I think it's ruining Colorado. And that's that. Anyway.
Yeah, we should just legalize it everywhere, and then it won't ruin Colorado. It'll ruin everywhere a little bit.
Yeah, I would be okay with that, actually. Legalize it everywhere so pieces of shit stop coming into Colorado. Next story.
Iron Man flying suit gets visor-controlled gun. So this guy built this suit, which actually he can hover on.
It's the Daedalus Mark 1.
And he put it's a fake gun, but he put a machine gun on his on the suit, and when he turns his head, the gun follows wherever he's looking. Yeah,
so he hooked up with YouTube engineer James Bruin, I believe. I don't have the article up, but I'm just going off memory here. But yes, so it is the Daedalus Mark 1 that sells for a little bit over $400,000 when they put it up for sale. Daedalus. It sold for $400,000 plus, and they sold out really, really, really quickly. Well, anyway, he hooked up with the YouTuber, and they did this rig that's very similar to the Apache helicopter rig, where wherever the pilot looks, the gun aims and they can fire and all that cool stuff. Probably,
if this guy looks to the left, will it shoot him in the back of the head?
I wondered about that. Yeah.
So that's my question: is like, okay, well, looking aims it, but how the do you shoot it?
He clenches his butt cheeks.
brings a whole new meaning to butt 3000 or whatever it is.
Now, what if I get a on?
Right. Oh, but is that funny that
full auto.
I put these two stories together because FPS Russia lost $400,000 worth of guns, and this guy spent over $400,000 to buy this suit.
No. He didn't buy it. It's the manufacturer of it teamed up with the YouTuber, and they built the rig.
But they sold it. They sold it for $400,000.
No, that's the the Daedalus Mark 1 they sold for $400,000. The turret and the visor and all that stuff, that's not available. It's just something they did.
Right, but what I'm saying is the whole flying suit. It says Iron Man flying suit gets...
It has nothing to do with the gun. That was done after it.
Right, but this is a suit that just happens to have a gun on it.
No, the suit has nothing. The jet
Does the
suit
suit have a gun on it?
in this iteration, but that is not the Daedalus Mark 1.
Right, exactly. But
why are you arguing a point that is absolutely not true?
I'm not arguing a point that's not true. Does the suit? Is there a suit in the story? Does the story make a difference if there's no suit in there?
Yes.
No. The whole the title of it is Iron Man flying suit gets visor controlled gun.
Yeah, so they have the suit that they sell separately, and they decided it would be fun to put an airsoft gun that moves with the visor on it.
Right.
It's not for sale. It's not even a thing that happens. It was
But
what
the
they
story
did
is
for
about
a
an
video.
Iron Man suit with this gun on it. It's not about a visor helmet because they have that in the Apache helicopter, so it's not a story.
Well, the military has that, but this is the first one that I believe has been done publicly for like a YouTube video with a flying jet suit.
This is so cool. You guys are so cool.
I mean, what's more impressive? That there's a gun that faces where you're looking, or is there a gun that faces while you're looking while you're flying around in a fucking Iron Man suit?
The more impressive thing is the jet suit.
Exactly. With the gun on there makes it cooler.
No, the jet suit by itself is cool.
But having
it
the
does
gun
get
that
cooler.
goes where you look, it's cooler.
I
Has an ER on
agree.
the end.
I agree.
Okay, I'm all done. 6 hour to host third annual SIG
I don't know what
Relentless
happened,
Warrior
but-
Championship.
I don't know what the your point was, but okay.
Well, you don't have to because obviously you're just going to keep arguing with me and you won't agree with what I have to say anyhow because on this trait list you have zero gratitude.
Whoa.
Anyhow,
Why don't you guys just go back to talking about my beard some more? Will that make you happy?
Yeah. Why the you look like a burnt Q-tip?
Yeah, you know what? You.
Also, here's a point that I don't think people notice very often. And that's that Nick is a ginger.
well, you know his beard
I'm
is
not.
a ginger. His hair is
Yeah,
not.
no, I have like a little bit of red in part of my beard.
So you
I've
lost
also-
a little bit of your soul.
I've also had white and gray in my beard. So like, I
Wait,
don't.
what was his name?
Well, her name was my ex-wife.
So 6 hour to host third annual SIG Relentless Warrior Championship. So they've invited the Navy, the Army, the Air Force, the Merchant Marines, and they get whoever wins it gets titled Ultimate Warrior. But I think if this was really an Ultimate Warrior test, they should open up to every country in the world.
But I don't personally
Yeah.
care about any other countries.
Wow.
No, I really don't. I've said it on the show before.
Well, it's kind of like the World Series. Like, it's not the World Series. It's the National Series.
Right. I mean, at least the World Series. At least you got two countries in there because Canada has a couple baseball teams.
Oh, okay.
But the Stanley Cup isn't even as bold. They just say the Stanley Cup
Right.
champions. They'll say world champions Stanley Cup players because obviously there's a lot of other countries that have hockey teams. that
Yeah,
aren't
I
involved.
was like, they could, but I guess that's the Olympic hockey, right?
Yeah. But I mean, I mean, if you want to be ultimate champion, it's like Miss Galaxy or whatever. Miss Universe. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Miss Universe. I don't know. Maybe there's a hot chick in a different, farther out in the universe that we don't know about. How can you make that claim?
Yeah.
I hear there's some hot chicks on Venus. Or would they be
Okay.
really cold chicks? I don't know.
Depends on what half you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Miss Universe or whatever, that's Plava Laguna, right?
I have no idea what that even means.
Are those words?
Yeah, Plava Laguna. Fifth Element. She's the opera singer.
Oh, I gotcha. Isn't Miss Universe the thing that Trump did to compete with Miss America?
I think so, yeah. Oh, man. All right. Well, none of us are going to be in these Ultimate Warrior things, but
I am.
okay.
I already
Nick
am.
is.
I won it last year.
Oh,
I'm
that's
winning
good.
it this year.
That is so awesome.
It's already been
Defeat this
arranged.
year, so
All right, guys. Let's real quick talk about rubber dummies. We just got some new ones in. We shot it. Looked like a Dalmatian when we were done.
Yeah.
that's what Nick said.
We were shooting. It is. That was literally Nick's words. Man, we shot the shit out of that thing. It's when we were testing the Kingslayer.
The feces.
Yeah.
Shot the feces out of it.
So we were shooting. We shot so many rounds that day. Like it was to the point where our trigger fingers didn't even work anymore, but it hurts in your forearm. And we were shooting the brand new rubber dummy, throw some paint on it, and it's totally good. So they are a target system, and yeah, you can shoot them thousands of times, and they will last for a very long time.
So many times.
We have a 15% discount with them right now. If you use coupon code WLS, it saves you 15% at rubberdummies.com. That's still through the holidays. And go check that out. There's a website you can go to. It's Love WLS. That's LOVEWLS.com. And there's 4 things you can do there. You can become a cult member.
All hail the elders of the cult. Sean, Nick, Aaron, Jeremy. To them we give our hard-earned cash. To them we pledge our loyalty. Savage.
I love the end of that song more than any other part.
You've really been hating on Savage a lot lately.
I know, it's great.
Like, I'm starting to understand how he feels with all the you're talking about my beard.
It's
I
like
feel bad for him.
It's like Nick's beard and Savage are from a different country.
Yeah,
You hate it.
and Sean hates him because they're not from America.
Yeah, well, he's xenophobic, is what
Yeah.
it is.
Whoa.
Yeah,
He's not
it's true.
wrong. I'm with Aaron on this one.
All right, so the cult, theguncult.com is where you can go. We got rid of Patreon because they're anti-gun, and we started our own thing. So if you like the show, if you think it's worth throwing us a couple bucks every month, there are very cool rewards, and just the cult stuff is amazing. I forgot to wear my signet ring today, but Nick got his.
You can kiss mine here at High Velocity.
No, let me ask you this. So you were not a ring guy, and we talked about this, but now you're wearing it just randomly.
I am not a ring guy, and I'm not just wearing it randomly. I'm wearing it because we had a show.
So I literally wear mine like every day, which is just so weird.
I wear it for like half of every day, and then I take it off and put it in my pocket.
Yeah, no, I wear mine pretty much every day. I took it off last night when I was playing Call of Duty, and
Oh, you were playing last night? You didn't tell me?
dude, neither of you guys were on.
I was.
I was sleeping, dude.
No,
I could've
you
bed
weren't.
early.
Yeah, no, I played till like 4 a.m. with Roden last night.
What time did you get on?
Like midnight-ish.
Oh yeah, I was on at like
What-
10.
What were you playing?
Me?
Co-op or
No, we were just playing normal.
I would have stayed up till 4 a.m.
Oh,
co-op?
God.
I've been playing co-op a lot, and the teams I get stuck on, I think these people are mentally challenged.
Do they suck worse than we did?
Oh my god!
They can't.
Yes.
Really?
Because,
Really?
Okay, because every mission is basically you go in suppressed at the beginning, so you can wipe out as many people as you can quietly before you get those juggernauts out there. Everyone just runs in, and it's like next thing you know, you're just stuck in a house, just shooting people coming through the door until you're out of ammo, and they just gang rape you. It's like, come on!
Maybe we should all play tonight. And
I have to go to bed.
oh, that's right.
Well, I'll play.
Okay, we can play with
and
each
I
other.
bet the piss boy
Wait,
will play.
Are you sure that you'll play? Because my beard is really scraggly and horrible, and
Okay,
Play
maybe
you
maybe
took that the wrong way.
maybe
but-
I'll just start like keeping my beard super short so that it looks what's it called, mangy. It's got like big holes in it.
So play the airport one. That's the fourth one down. That's actually pretty fun.
you, Nick.
Yeah, you, Sean. This friendship is over.
Yeah, this is done. We are done.
So Nick has mange on the face,
Wait.
and Sean has mange on the head.
No, hold on a second.
This
'cause
is going bald.
I'm going back real
No,
quick.
look at this.
Where the is... Okay, here we go. Great curiosity, self-control, social intelligence, zets, optimism, gratitude. All right, so Nick, his worst is gratitude,
Okay.
and his best is he doesn't have one because he's got a dumb puff beard.
Well, Sean's is all of them. They're all the worst.
Oh, God. Anyway, join the cult, theguncult.com. Be in our Facebook group where this exact same thing happens via text every single day. And honestly, if you listen to the show and you really do appreciate it and you would like to support it, that's the place to do it. Rooftop Rewards program is still out there.
Hey, and I don't use Sean's mic.
No, he doesn't. Actually,
Yeah.
one time I used his mic.
Yeah, my mic is better.
It really is. I don't
Also,
even have a mic. I
You
use
set up
headphones.
you set up a Discord thing, right?
Yeah, I did.
You should plug that.
So we're on Discord. What is it?
I don't know. You set it up, so I figured you would know.
Well,
we
how would
have
I know?
all since the new Call of Duty came out. We've all been playing video games a lot. So,
I know
yeah.
my wife asked me, "Is this your new life now?"
Were you like yes?
Yeah, you can go, yeah. Then she came home the other day and the dishes weren't done and the house was dirty. And she's like, I know what you did all day. I'm like, no. But the truth was, yes.
You were like, what? Minding my business? Why don't you try it?
Doing my job?
Let's see. All right. So it is guncult-WLS. All right. Discord.gg/lowercase x, uppercase A, the number 2, lowercase y, lowercase r, the number 2.
Okay.
That's the dumbest thing that's ever happened on the show.
Yeah, it is. You just read a URL.
Yeah. Anyway, join our cult group on Facebook by becoming a member at theguncult.com, and it is in there. And come play with us. We're having a blast. Nick's on PS4. I'm on Xbox. Aaron's on Xbox. Roden is on PS4. Sean Koopa is on Xbox. We're having a blast. Coupon codes, links to our advertisers' websites, all that good stuff is there as well as our shop where you can get Nick's hoodie, Aaron's hoodie, my shirt, and all kinds of other cool swag. We have some very cool patches coming out as soon as I get them in from China, something we've never done before, and you will really, really like it. Cillium Husk says, Aaron wondering why the dishwasher is asking about his gameplay.
The sad thing is I'm the dishwasher.
I know. Join a gun-related advocacy group and join your local organizations that fight for gun rights. Very, very, very important to do that. Suicide Prevention Line. I don't know, but I like him.
Not him, but what is it?
I don't know. Did you Google it?
No. Dude, I'm lazy, remember? I'm just an idea guy. Is it like one of those single cell, like an amoeba?
Oh, it's fiber.
Oh.
So it helps you
Fiber
poop.
husk.
It's a soluble fiber derived from the seeds of Plantago ovata, an herb grown in India.
Oh. I would never have known that.
No, me either. Anyway, Suicide Prevention Line number is 1-800-273-8255, 1-800-273-TALK, or text a message to 741-741. And we're here live every week on Mondays and Wednesdays, on demand every day. If you want to subscribe and find us on like iTunes, Google, whatever, just go to welikeshooting.com/show to subscribe, and it helps you. And as we always say, thanks for listening. Get some medical training. And keep on keeping on.
Do it.
Is that from this week? All right, so Jeremy left sick. Nick has now left sick. You and I, buddy.
Feel good.
You and I. Really?
No.
I feel great. I was like, y'all are.
Oh.
Morpheus said, hope you guys are still playing Call of Duty after I get done with Outer Works. I'd love to play co-op. Like, what the just install Call of Duty and quit being a little and you go back to Outer.
What's your user tag again, Heron?
It's Heron X.
And mine is MG
Moses.
Space Moses. And Nick was pubic hair red.
Yeah, he's like no soul pube face.
Scraggly beard.
Did you think that show was worth $1? Help the cast by visiting lovewls.com.